It's Oaks Day here at the Derby, and this is a true honor. Someone that you will see gracing all the screens in Paris for the Olympics this summer. Sunny Choi, a professional breaker. I heard breakdancing's out. No cool. It's a very like chuggy old way of saying it. So breaking is the way to say it, right?
Correct, it is.
It's such an honor to meet you. You're from Tennessee, yet somehow this is your first Derby experience. Is that true?
Well, I was born in Tennessee, raised in Kentucky. I did go to Thunder every single year growing up, or most years, but I actually never made it out to Derby, so I'm excited for this one.
You have this, then you have a long road to Paris. What are you most excited for just in that journey?
You know, I'm actually excited for a lot, like in Paris. Right now the journey's like rough because I'm training really hard, so it's been a little tough. But in Paris, my family's gonna be there, so I'm excited to see like my nieces be in Paris for the first time. The opening ceremony down the river is gonna be so epic. But yeah.
I heard. Wild, right? I can't imagine them in the most amazing city lining up on the Seine.
Yeah.
Will you be breaking during the opening ceremony?
I'm probably gonna be crying, not breaking, to be honest. So I don't think so, but I guess we'll see.
I think, you know, I have a mostly NFL show, but we celebrate all the sports. It's why we're here at the Derby. We're watching you do your thing here. You grew up as a gymnast. You dealt with some injuries, some adversity. You're resilient. You had to relearn and retrain everything because with gymnastics, it's a routine. It is, this is what you do at this moment. With breaking, is it true that you won't even know the song that they play before you go out there?
Yeah, so the DJ just picks a song and you walk out there and you freestyle.
Chandler, isn't that crazy? It's absolute, I can't even imagine. What is the key to sort of what I liken to being an improv comedian?
I mean, it took so many years actually to unlearn the like perfectionist ways and to just really just be okay with being me and going out there and showing the world that. I mean, it takes like a level of vulnerability that I wasn't ready for a long time ago, and I feel like now I'm still working through it, but it's fun, to be honest.
What's the mental part of that?
So I mean, when you're there, you just want to be present and you want to show up for yourself when you're competing. And it's, you know, sometimes it's hard to do because there's lights and there's so many things going on. And like, you might have had something weird for breakfast and you're just thinking like, oh, my stomach hurts. I don't know if I want. So it's like all these thoughts, you just need to quiet them and just like show up and be you.
How do you do that?
I have this weird thing where I like run my finger down my nose and it's like kind of centering for me. So you might see me, just the knuckle of my finger, you'll actually see me do this before I battle sometimes. Yeah, it's like a personal thing. So I don't think it works for everyone.
Okay, it might.
But yeah, I do that a lot to kind of center myself if I'm like all over the place before I battle.
Now, I was going to introduce you as the first woman breaker, but you corrected me, you're not. But can you talk about women in this sport and what we can expect on the biggest stage?
I mean, personally, I think we're the better half of what you're going to be watching.
Hello.
I mean, I feel like the women who are on the stage are just so expressive, and it's really beautiful to watch the different personalities and the interaction between different people. With men, I feel like there's this like macho facade of like, look at me, I'm super cool, and these women are just like, I'm just me. And there are some who do that too, but I feel like you really kind of feel so much more when you watch women break than you do with men.
What makes a great breaker? Like, what are the judges looking for? But in the eyes of Sunny Choi, Olympian, going for the gold, what makes a great breaker?
The judges are going to be watching for a lot, and that doesn't necessarily define a great breaker for me. So the judges are watching for things like vocabulary, how musical you are, how technical, and how you're executing, things like that. To me, what makes a good breaker is really somebody who goes out there and just kind of like lays it all out. You just like bare your heart open for the world to see, and like as a viewer, you can connect with that person in a very different way. It's like, I see you. And so when you watch someone and you feel that, you're like, oh, they're really dope. Like they understand who they are and I feel it. And to me, that's like a really good breaker.
So there's authenticity seems to be a big part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Being who you are. I was disappointed to learn that it won't be in LA.
Me too.
What are we doing? What is that?
I'm asking the same question. If we can ask the right people and get some minds changed, I'm down.
I feel like there's added pressure on you and the rest of the breakers around the world, really, to come together and put on such a show in Paris that they reinstated for the future Olympics.
I mean, to be honest, I think it's going to happen. I don't even think we need to try.
Let's
I think people are just going to be so excited. I mean, the tickets sold out immediately. Everyone's excited about it. I don't think that's not going to happen.
You had a brilliant professional career going. Estee Lauder, corporate, all of that. What is the phone call like to your parents to say, you know what? I'm gonna give this all up, and I'm going to enter a career in professional breaking, and I trust myself. I'm gonna bet on myself so much that I'm going to get sponsors and go for the gold.
Nerve-wracking, to say the least. And at that time, I didn't really believe in myself yet. I just knew I needed to do it. But, you know, I've always struggled with believing in myself. And so this was kind of, for me, just one of those moments where it's like, I just have to do this for me. I have to see if I can do this. And I have to bet on myself this once, right? So I called my mom and I told her, and just like silence for a little bit on the phone. I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen?
Have they seen your moves? Have they seen the flair?
Yeah, so they had seen me dance and they'd seen me work with kids. And so she came around, she was like, you know what? Whatever you do, you're gonna be successful. I support you. So it turned out really well, but yeah, that silence was like deafening.
This is the biggest stage, not just in Paris, globally, of course. Chandler's out here. Get over here, Chandler. This is a 9-year NBA veteran, a future Olympian gold medalist here. She just got a gold in the Pan American Games. What would you listen, this is someone who's very vulnerable about her resiliency, her not feeling, I mean, how would you describe it? Like, you didn't believe in yourself, it sounds like.
Yeah, for a long time. I mean, I still struggle with it, to be honest, but I'm working on it.
What would you tell Chandler if we want him to believe in himself, that he can do a little breakdancer-ooski here?
Are there any 6'9" breakdancers ever?
I bet 6'9"?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
There's definitely people.
Could be the first.
over 6.
I just want you to know, I believe in you. What can we teach him?
We can do a little top rock.
What can we teach him? Yes, I'm dying to do this. Yes.
I can do with the tequila in my hand.
Yeah, we can.
First of all, the outfit on Sunny Choi, okay? Here's the gold medal for that. Great hat, Aritzia blazer, looking amazing, nails perfection, love it. Chandler, let's go.
All right.
Get a mic. No mic.
Okay, I will narrate this play by play, which was my dream.
Cross step.
It's basically like a 2-step. And so you're just gonna cross here and you're gonna open your arms. And then you're gonna come back together in the middle. And then cross to the other side. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, there you go.
What would you rate him?
Like a 9.4.
You should have done that's very nice. I feel like you should have done the nose thing. Do the nose, do this, and it'll take your nerves away, she says. Did you have something in playing NBA games when you were feeling a little nervous that you would do?
I mean, every game before, like, I would always get nervous, but I just listen to music and kind of, but I'm good at that. I'm not good at this. This is even more terrifying.
She's taking on the world, the Olympic stage in this. Unbelievable.
That is really, really cool, and I'm definitely going to watch. That's awesome.
Athletically, you could never.
No, I have no rhythm. I'm a stiff, slow, white.
Talking about like what it takes from like an athletic standpoint, I feel like doesn't get enough credit. I can't imagine how hard that must be even training.
No, like I could never like stand on my hands and flip and spin. I can't do any of that. You're way more athletic than NBA players.
Sunny Choi, are you enjoying your derby? Anything that you, I know you just got here. What are you most excited to see before we go?
I'm excited to see all of this. The fashion, the people, it's just really beautiful. I love it.
Enjoy every moment, and then off to Paris she goes. We'll be back after this, I think, with Jameis Winston, who's officially the latest guest I've ever had in my career in any way, any shape or form. But that means he's going to bring it to wrap up the show here at Kentucky Oaks. Thank you so much, Sunny Choi. Thank you so much, who's Olympic drinker Chandler Parsons. We'll be back.